Where on earth did the ancients get ice in the summer? The original ancient ice was made this way. As the saying goes, cold in 3-9, hot in the middle of the ambush. Recently, all over the world are continuing to refresh the surface high temperature records. Hot summer without air-conditioned room of the ancients is how to use ice to solve the summer heat. There is no refrigerator. How did they get the ice? Ancient China did not have ice-making equipment. Ice, mainly from natural, the so-called hit the ice. The Book of Songs recorded more than 3,000 years ago in the Zhou dynasty playing ice activities, 2 of the day chiseling ice rushing, 3 of the day in the Lingyan. Here, the second day and the third day refer to December and the first month respectively, while Lingyan refers to the ice cellar. The general meaning is that from December to the first month of every year, there will be special people in the clean section of the river to beat ice and exist in the cold ice cellar, sealed waiting for the arrival of summer to use. So what did the ancient Chinese ice cellar look like? Ancient people were very good at utilizing the low temperature underground. They would dig deep, wide pits, usually on hillsides or high ground. The bottom of the pit would be lined with a layer of snow or ice, similar to a modern freezer. They would then place food or drink on top of this snow or ice and cover the pit with insulating material such as straw, hay or dirt to minimize the entry of heat. This kept the ice cool. Some wealthy families or courts may have built specialized ice vaults. These ice vaults were usually located underground, where the relatively low underground temperatures made them suitable for storing ice and snow. The walls would be made of heavy material to prevent heat penetration. A large amount of ice would be stored in these ice vaults for summer use. Usually ice vaults are made up of many small ones, and when the demand reaches one to open one, the manager will open the vault and distribute the ice as per the requirement. In the West, in the ancient Roman Empire, snow and ice were collected from high mountain areas and transported to the cities. This snow and ice was often stored in special storage chambers that were insulated and cooled to ensure that the snow and ice would remain longer. Underground waterways were also used. Some wealthy Roman families used the city's underground waterway system to transport water from the Alpine region to the city. During the flow of water, the temperature of the water was lowered so that people could place food and drink in the waterways to keep them cool. Although these methods were creative solutions during ancient times, they were relatively not as convenient and efficient as today's refrigeration technology. Modern refrigerators are able to make large quantities of ice in a short period of time through electricity and special technology, while ancient people needed more time and effort to get similar results. Nevertheless, these ancient methods still provided ancient people with some ways to cool and preserve their food and beverages on hot summer days. These are the origins of obtaining summer cooling ice in the Middle West, benefiting only a small percentage of the population. Therefore, in order to get cheap ice on summer days with the contribution of several inventors and scientists in research, the refrigerator was born. Before the advent of the modern refrigerator, people had tried various ways to keep their food cold. These included storing food in underground cellars, using ice and snow, and using freezers or boxes. Early development of the refrigerator. In the early 1800s, a number of inventors in the United States and Europe began experimenting with making refrigeration units that could be used for home use. The earliest refrigerators used ice and insulating materials, such as wood and asphalt, to keep the internal temperature below room temperature. These early refrigerators required regular additions of ice and were not very efficient.